What up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Here is my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turned 10 and 20 this week. And there's some interesting ones here. The films turning 10 is the Oscar-nominated film, the one that should have actually won Best Picture, by the way. It's The Social Network. Now, of course, the back in 2011, the one that ended up winning the Oscar that year ended up being The King's Speech. I'm sorry, The Social Network should have won that year. To me, I thought Social Network was probably one of the best movies of 2010. It's a terrific one. I mean, if you guys don't really know, it's directed by David Fincher, who, by the way, this should have been his first Oscar he should have won. By the way, I cannot wait to check out Meg, which is that new Netflix film that David Fincher is working on with Gary Oldman. I thought that was supposed to come out this month, but I guess no, why not? But anyway. Social Network, of course, stars Jesse Eisenberg, who portrays the role of Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg. You've got the likes of Andrew Garfield, which, of course, this is actually the movie that really put him on the map. You also got Armie Hammer. I thought did a great job at playing the Wickeball twins. You also had Rooney Mara was in this. You had Dakota Johnson, Brandon Song, Justin Timberlake was pretty good in this. It's a terrific one. It did win a couple of Oscars. I believe it won Adapted Screenplay, if I'm not mistaken. But it should have won Best Picture. To me, it was the best picture of that year. So definitely go check out Social Network if you guys never seen it. I mean, I remember watching it there, and when they first announced that they were going to do a movie about Facebook, I'm like, really do a film about something that we go, that people post cat photos about. Or you're going to do a movie about, people who about the site where we interact with friends and all that. Okay, how are you going to do that? But of course it was about how Facebook got created and all that. But still, Social Network is a really good one. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely give that one a go. Alright, a couple of horror movies turned 10 this year. This week, I should say. We've got Hatchet 2, the follow-up to 2006's Hatchet. Hatchet is probably one of the most glorious horror movies you'll ever want to see. The character of Victor Crowley, he holds no back. I mean, when he kills you, he doesn't just stab you or not. He rips you to shreds. I mean, of course, Victor Crowley is played by Kane Hodder, who's best known for playing Jason Voorhees, and Kane Hodder portrays the role of Victor Crowley perfectly. I mean, it's a shame that Victor Crowley is not really on the same level as, let's say, a Jason or a Freddy or whatnot. Because, I mean, the stuff that Victor Crowley does, holy cow. I mean, this time around, ended up having Danielle Harris, playing the lead in this. But man, by the way, the death scene with Tony that happened with Tony Todd in this, holy cow, that was one of those gruesome deaths I've seen. I'm not really going to spoil much of the deaths if you guys have not really seen Hatchet 2 yet. But yeah, if you guys have not even seen any of the Hatchet movies, the first one, of course, got released in 2006. Awesome. The second one, Dirt and Victor Crowley, was pretty cool. I'm hoping we get another Hatchet movie because these things are really fun to watch. Alright. Also turning 10, we got the horror vampire film Let Me In, which is an American remake of the Swedish film Let the Right One In. This time around, you got Cody Smith-McPhee, Chloe Moretz is in this one. The film is directed by Matt Reeves, who is directing the upcoming Batman film with Robert Pattinson. I know Let Me In is probably even on par with the Swedish version. I actually have seen Let the Right One In, and it's a pretty good one, but I gotta say, I probably even prefer the American remake over the Swedish one. I mean, Chloe Moretz, Cody Smith-McPhee were all pretty good. So if you guys have not really seen the remake of Let Me In, definitely give that one a shot. Alright. Other horror films that turned 10 this week. We got the horror film Chandler, which is directed by Deon Taylor, who went on to direct the film Meet the Blacks, which I thought was pretty good. This stars Nikki Reed, and if you guys don't really know much about the story, Chandler is about a crazy murderer who begins to kill teenagers after they refuse to forward the summons sequentially delete his annoying chain emails. And so the group of teens begin to meet the grisly end that the killer has promised in his chain email. Now this also stars the likes of Keith David. You got Chucky himself, Brad Dourif is in this. It's a pretty good slasher film. It's not really a slasher movie that gets talked about a whole lot, but I really quite enjoy it. It's fun. It's really bloody. Really good one. If you guys have not really seen Chain Letter, definitely give it a watch. Alright, also turning 10, we got Case 39, which stars Bradley Cooper and Renee Zellweger. And it's where Emily Jenkins, played by Zellweger, thinks that she has seen Nora until she meets the 10-year-old named Lilia, played by Jodelle Furlan. And the girls, and she also ends up being the girls' cruel parents. So, like, when the parents try to, end up harming the child, Emily assumes custody of Lilia. While looking for her foster family, she ends up discovering dark forces surrounding the child. And Renee Zellweger and Bradley Cooper, those two are always great. I mean, those, like, Cooper and Zellweger could usually do no wrong. Case 39 was sort of bad. The movie wasn't all that scary. Jodelle Furlan, who's a pretty good actress, even she could say this film. Yeah, it wasn't all that creepy. It wasn't even that much of a Zellweger and Cooper were both good in it, but yeah, I believe they were dating at the time, if I'm not mistaken. So there's that. Alright, the film's turning 20. For all you sport fans, got two major sport films that turned 20 this week. We got the boxing film Girlfight, that pretty much was a film that put Michelle Rodriguez on the map before joining Fast and Furious fame. Of course, here she plays like a teenager who ends up becoming like a boxer and all. Michelle Rodriguez is terrific in this. Like, if you guys have not seen Girlfight, it's good. I mean, the film is directed by Kuriyama Kusaniya, I think that's how you pronounce the name. She did the movie Jennifer's Body, The Invitation. I know she did a pretty good job at this one. Rodriguez definitely gave a really solid performance. Like, if you always have any doubts of Michelle Rodriguez as a actress, definitely go check Girlfight out, because she really, like I said, this is the movie that really put her on the map. Before, of course, I believe she joined Fast and Furious, the first one, like a year later, when this film got released. But yeah, definitely go check out Girlfight if you guys haven't seen it. Alright, the major film that turns 20, that's probably my favorite. It's probably one of the best football movies of all time, and that is Remember the Titans. I mean, come on, Remember the Titans is arguably one of the best football movies there is. Disney, when you think of Disney, obviously you think of, like Disney anime stuff, you think of, Marvel and all, but when Disney has done sport movies, they've done it the best. I mean, Disney has done some of the best sport movies there is, from the 90s to the 2000 era. And Remember the Titans is definitely the best. I mean, you got Denzel Washington, who portrays the famed coach in this. Of course, I did my 10 favorite movies that took place in Virginia yesterday. And Remember the Titans is number one. This movie, of course, takes place fully in Virginia. It literally takes place at a real-life school in Virginia, so that's pretty cool right there. Probably one of my favorite Denzel roles. I mean, you could really buy him as a coach very well in this, and I know he did such a great job. Like, if you guys have not really seen Remember the Titans yet, definitely give it a shot. Definitely, to me, it is the best football film there is. I mean, I remember a couple times where I was in gym class and all that, or school in general. They once in a while, like my teachers once in a while, put in Remember the Titans. This was like a go-to the go-to movie they'll put on when you're in school, like whether it's gym class or whatnot. But yeah, if you guys haven't really seen Remember the Titans, it's definitely great. Probably my favorite football movie there is obviously still Rudy, but Remember the Titans is probably my second favorite. So yeah, and this is coming from someone who doesn't even watch football, okay? But I always do get a kick out of football films, Like, even if you're not a football fan, you'll still enjoy Remember the Titans. So, holy cow, Remember the Titans is 20 years old this year. Jesus Christ, where has the time gone? Anywho, let me leave with you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? The 10-year one, obviously the one that stands out to me the most is The Social Network. And the one that stands out to me the most is the 10-year one, obviously, is Remember the Titans. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Sim Moose signing out.